What is going on, guys? This is Tom here, and welcome to my new series, the Nelson Oliventures. As you can see, we've got Mr. Nelson Oliveira up front. We've built a little bit of a bronze Portuguese side around him, and what we're going to do, every time we win a game, we are going to upgrade one of the players. That'll be entirely my decision, I think, on who I replace. And so what we'll do is we'll upgrade him from bronze to silver, and then once we've got a full silver team, then we can start getting into the golds and have a nice team around Mr. Nelson Oliveira, who so far I found is a very nice player. I'm going to try and do this for quite a few strikers, because I got a lot of strikers. I had a look this year. And on the game, there are quite a few strikers that I really want to have a little go with. So I want to do a few of these, you know, see how many goals I can score with these said strikers, so in this case, Mr. Nelson Oliveira, and have a little Oliventure with him. Right, so you see, first game, we come up against a pretty standard starter pack team here. And so I am very happy because I know that with my 100 chemistry or whatever I've got, I'll have a pretty decent chance of beating a side like this. So we go into the game. You can see he's got, what is that, Jordan Ayew up front? David Santon playing at right mid. So a few interesting things. You can see Thiago Ferreira at the back, I think, one of the centre-backs. My centre-back partnership is very small, but it's so great technically, so I'm not going to argue with it. And then you can see 15 minutes into the first game, Andre Marquez gets the first goal. To be honest, I couldn't tell you which one of the players he is. I'm not sure he's one of the wingers. I think he must be one of the CDMs then. But he's alright. And you can see Marias on a run, the right mid I got, who gives it to Diego Lamelas, who is the cam or centre forward. I can't remember what it is in this formation. And you can see Nelson Oliveira has a pop, gets mowed down by the defender. And there's only one man we're going to give it to in this situation, and that is Nelson himself. And we're going to fire this into the top bin. His penalty taking skills are so much better than anyone else. He comes up, steps up, thank you very much. There we go. And that's how we do it. Nelson Oliveira popping up with his first goal for the club. So we go on, and it's just frozen on me. What's going on? And we give it to Nelson Oliveira, who tidies up on a dodgy defensive mistake, sends it home. 3-0, I think that is. Nelson Oliveira with the third goal. 35th minute almost. So I was kind of be wary because I wanted to get as many goals in without getting this guy to rage. But then I think this just does it, because look at that lovely boot downfield from my bronze Barcelona keeper. Straight into the path of Nelson himself, who cuts inside and fires it home. One thing I have found is the fake shots are really not as effective as they used to be, because, you know, their touches after the fake shot are just horrendous and everything's so slow. So they're only useful in situations like that, where, you know, you've got a bit of space and you could turn one of those defenders who's maybe running away from you. They're not as good as they used to be, how, you know, you could just turn massive amounts with any players. So it's not as good. You can see that we did get him to rage in the end. 4-0 was the score. Oliveira chipping in with a cheeky hat-trick in his first game. So, you know, when your player scores your hat-trick in your first game playing with him, you know he's something special. And so far, I've thought that Nelson is a special player. And so we go into this next game. I did find it quite difficult to get into games. Just, I don't know what it was. I guess that trying to match people up. I tried to go single matches, but there weren't that many people. Yeah, I couldn't find a game. So in the end, I had to go and play in seasons. And so I came up against a few teams like this, and I came up against some more difficult teams that you'll see maybe later on. And you can see with this team, he's got Jelle Vossen up front, a few goals dotted around, but not a great squad. Got a bit of French chemistry going on. The 49 rated player then at left mid, which is quite funny. I love players that low. And you can see straight away from the off, we go out to try and get a goal. I love this little quick throw thing. You can really get the game going again. I keep losing out of the ball, and that wasn't great at all. He runs down the right flank. But my defence I've been loving my defence apart from moments like that where that was my fault, really. Ball gets cleared. Great. My centre-back partnership of Thiago Ferreira and Ile, I think it is. It's absolutely brilliant. Oliveira springs the offside trap and sends that one into the back of the net. That's his fourth goal for us in the second game. He's fandabidozy. And, yeah, there's not much more I can say about him. But the centre-back partnership, I think they're both under 6 foot, which is a bit dodgy. Like, look at them now. They're very small, those two centre-backs. But technically, they're fantastic. You look at their stats, I think they're, you know, high 60s in both defending and heading, which is absolutely brilliant for a bronze centre-back partnership. And here we go, Bruno Andrade, who's, I think, a QPR player. Hits that home. I have a feeling he's got decent skill moves, decent weak foot. I have a feeling, I can't really remember. He's at least got 3 because I know I've done roulettes with him. B4. I'm very happy with this team so far, and I'm not sure I really want to upgrade anyone because it's going really well. And you look at passes like that. How, ref, can you blow there? Through on goal, unbelievable. I don't understand how you can blow for full time there when I'm through on goal. I would have loved another goal. You can see Nelson Oliveira and the other man, my centre forward that was centre attacking midfielder, that slipped my name, Diego Lamelas, that guy. Yeah, they were both top-rated players. You can see I won a title. That's because I've been playing a bit with some other teams. So we go and get our first upgrade, which in this place is Sergio Pinto, CDM. I'm going to replace Sa, or whatever he's called, the Barcelona B CDM, who really didn't do that much for me at all. He wasn't great. So I did. That's why I decided to get a CDM in, hopefully shore up my problems at the back when I come up against, you know, better teams in Division 9. So that's what we went and did. We went and got him, and we go and try and play another game. We go into online season. You can see that what's going on with my team. Yeah, so you can see there those 2 centre backs. They're absolutely fantastic. I got Laukovic on the bench there, coming up in a Slovakian squad builder, I think it is, which could be quite interesting. We've taken Sa out of the team. We've put in Pinto. We've gone into another game, and this is I think a game to forget. I think is the best way of saying anything about this game, because this guy is very difficult. I hate it when I get matched up. This is why I just want to play single matches, but there's nobody ever wanting to play single matches around my level, so I never find a game. And I come up against people like this, and I just go, well, what can you do? With 2 strikers, with Rondon and Doumbia up front, I'm just going to get ripped to shreds. Even my two centre-backs, who are absolutely legendary for what they are, bronze players, they're never going to do anything when they're faced with that kind of strike partnership. And you can see right from the go, I did hold on for about half an hour before he did manage to break the deadlock. But as soon as Rondon goes through, there's not much I can do. Again, my keeper looks very small. I need to investigate his height, because he can't be very tall at all. This team is absolutely tiny. We can see Moraes getting through here, and I've been loving the low crossing, because it does stuff like that. And then Oliveira's back in again with another goal. I think that's his, like 5th or 6th goal? I've lost count already. I think it's his 5th. It's just a great all-round play from Oliveira. I love, getting his head on that one. He showed that he can score with his feet. Moraes isn't too half bad. I'm quite enjoying my right and left mid. But again, Rondon goes and scores a sloppy defending from me, and I give him the goal straight away. And from this point onwards, there was no going back. I try and get the keeper out, but that's a really nice chip into the net. By Salvatore Buschetti. I don't know what he's doing up there. He's a defender. And then you have a look at this, and this just makes me want to cry. I should just stop playing FIFA if stuff like that happens. That is just absolutely, I want to rip my eyes out after seeing that. But then it comes through, Diogo Lamelas gets the goal. Lamela, that's something in Spanish. I've completely forgotten what it is. But yeah, Lamelas. He's the plural of Lamela. He's just that good. Another goal there. Rondon scores in the 90th minute to make it 5-2, I think that is. And he's absolutely done me here. What can you do if you come up against a squad so much better than yourself? I've noticed that recently you don't get the same kind of boost when you play like a silver team versus gold team last year. It used to be pretty even games because the silver's got ridiculous boosts, but this year I haven't noticed it as much, and you actually feel like you are playing. In my case, I felt like I was playing a bronze team against a gold team. It was definitely one of the most difficult games of FIFA I've played in a long time. That's all from me today, folks, and until next time, take care.